Tonight on Coyote Sports, the USD football team's spring practices have begun. Plus, find out how the Coyote golf teams fared at the Bradley Invitational this weekend. And in the Bauer Beat, Sean gives you his thoughts on the start of the Major League Baseball season. I'm Brandon Noel.
And I'm Sean Bauer. A USD track and field coach will be inducted into the South Dakota Sports Hall of Fame this weekend. Plus, find out how the club baseball team is preparing for its upcoming season. First, the headlines. Taylor?
Illinois State Assistant Head Coach Tori Ward and Deputy Director of Athletics Aaron Leach were among the 7 people killed in a plane crash near Bloomington, Illinois, Monday night. The plane was returning from the NCAA Basketball National Championship game in Indianapolis when it ran into bad weather in central Illinois, where it crashed. On Monday, Duke defeated Wisconsin 68-63 to claim its 5th national men's basketball title. The title moves Duke into a tie for 3rd place for most national titles in the men's game. Duke coach Mike Krzyzewski's 5th title moves him into 2nd all-time. Last night, the University of Connecticut women's basketball team beat Notre Dame 63-53 to win its 3rd straight national title. The title also gives Connecticut head coach Gino Emma 10 national titles, tying John Wooden for the most titles in NCAA history. And those are your headlines.
USD's head men's track and field coach Dave Gottsleben will be inducted into the South Dakota Sports Hall of Fame on Saturday. Gottsleben is in his 31st season at USD and has earned 18 Conference Coach of the Year awards, 8 Division II Regional Coach of the Year awards, and 2 Division II National Coach of the Year awards during his tenure. He's guided the Coyotes to 16 conference titles, including 4 Summit League titles. He's also coached 6 national champions and added his first Division I All-American this year in Tyvisky Lewin. Gottsleben and 20 others will be inducted Saturday at the Sioux Falls Convention Center.
Coming off a 2-10 record, the Coyote football team is looking to rebound in 2015. Coyote News' Josh Jorgensen was at one of the team's spring practices this week to find out how the players and coaches are training.
The 2014 Coyote football team finished the season at the bottom of the Missouri Valley Football Conference, finishing 0-8. Head coach Joe Glenn says that spring practice is the time of year to duplicate fall camp by instilling the playbook and getting every player reps.
You get only 15 practices, so it takes about somewhere between 5 and 10 just to get your installation in, and then you like to get everybody some reps. We get 2 scrimmages. We get 3, but I think we'll just take 2.
Last year, the Coyotes struggled both defensively and on special teams. During the offseason, the Coyotes acquired new defensive back coach Marty Biaggi, who served as special teams coordinator at Southern University last fall. Junior Kean Loggy said that defensive execution will be critical to the team's success.
I think defensively, we're bringing back pretty much everybody. We are bringing back everybody. And so we're at a point where the guys are starting on defense are 2nd and 3rd year guys, even 4th year starters. So as far as the comfortability levels there, just basically just getting down the nitpicky stuff.
The Coyotes ranked near the bottom in nearly all statistical categories in the Missouri Valley last fall, something the team is trying to change this spring.
The Coyotes will play a scrimmage on April 18th with their annual spring game the following Saturday on April 25th, right here in the Dakota Dome.
The Coyotes opened their season with a visit to Kansas State on September 5th, with their first home games against Drake University September 19th. For Coyote News, I'm Josh Jorgensen.
USD may not offer baseball as a Division I sport, but students have started their own club baseball team to keep it on campus. As Coyote News' Andrew Helland reports, compared to the last few seasons, this year's team is trying to regroup from lost players.
The USD club baseball team practices every week at the newly renovated baseball field at Prentice Park. During the off-season, the baseball team practices in the Dakota Dome during the winter months. The team is now practicing outside and are gearing up for their conference games against Iowa, Minnesota State, and UNI.
USC club baseball has been a club sport since I believe about 2005. So yeah, we're just keeping the tradition rolling.
The baseball team also plays against other South Dakota schools, including Mount Marty, Augustana, and the University of Sioux Falls. The team is also excited to play against SDSU this year, who just got a club baseball team. You can see them play for free in the coming weeks.
The USD baseball team has 2 home games the weekend of April 17th here at Prentice Park in Vermillion.
Compared to the last few seasons, this year's team is trying to regroup from lost players.
This year's team has definitely made strides from last year's team. We were very young last year, we're very young this year. We lost a lot of guys from when I was a freshman and sophomore.
So, we're just trying to take baby steps at this time, and I guess we're rebuilding right now.
For Coyote News, I'm Andrew Helen.
In this week's Bauer Beat, Sean gives us his thoughts on the start of Major League Baseball.
Well, baseball season is officially upon us as the Cardinals and Cubs kicked off opening day on Sunday night. Now, while I'm glad something other than LeBron James coverage will make SportsCenter now, I can't say I'm overly excited about baseball season. First, it's April, and while the weather has been pretty nice so far, living in the Midwest, it's only a matter of time for the cold and rain to get here. And baseball is the one sport that I can only watch in person, so without a guarantee of nice weather, I'm not taking any risks. Second, there's 162 games to the season. I won't watch a baseball game until summer comes, and even at that point, there's still 100 games left in the season for me to watch. And finally, I'm from Minnesota, and I cheer for everything Minnesota related. And if you haven't paid attention to baseball for the past few years, the Twins are terrible and hard to watch. To make matters even worse, the Twins' big signing of Ervin Santana in the offseason was completely ruined when Santana tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs and suspended for 80 games. So I apologize to you baseball fans, but I can't watch a game until either the nice weather comes or the Twins are a quality team. So I'll see you this summer, baseball, because the Twins have zero chance to be good. And that's the Bauer Beat.